Hello everyone and welcome to episode 36 of Marvel's Midnight Suns. I think in the last episode I greeted you to episode 34. That was incorrect. It was in fact 35. And a special early hello to Luca. Luca, I hope your Monday has been going well. He's saying that he was just complaining in Patikin's stream about how hard German is because Luca has a test coming up on Wednesday. I hope the test goes well. I find other languages very challenging. Like English is tough enough, and then I try to learn other languages and really respect people who are able to master multiple other languages. I know that the lead writer and game director on Pentiment, which we played a little bit earlier this year, Josh Sawyer, is a semi-fluent in German. I think that he'd say that he's not, but I don't know. He seems to know a lot of German for me. Okay. Hi everyone, we're back in Marvel Midnight Suns. If you caught the end of episode 35, we failed at this combat, and it was very late, and I had to stop, and now we're back. So we're gonna fight Dracula and Sin, and our goal is Dahlia. You can see her up there mounted to the table. She has to get rescued by Storm, and we have to find a way to do that when the card to rescue her is 25 heroism, and we can never get more than 10. How do you do that? Turns out, for every KO that we get, it's going to reduce the heroism cost on Save Dahlia. Oh, it actually says right here. Heroism is reduced by 5 when a supervillain is down, and by 1 for all other enemy KOs. This intro is to say that in the previous attempt, the one other previous attempt that we did, I focus fired on Sin, thinking that we could maybe like take her down, and that went extremely badly. So we are not going to do that. And hello to Maxine and Jab. I hope that you've both had a wonderful Monday as well. Lucas saying hello to you as well. Right back at Dracula's Sin. There is one other note very quickly, because right now everything's working okay. We would have been on, I want to say almost half an hour ago. The computer very suddenly crashed, and I'm only bringing it up here very briefly because if this episode suddenly cuts out, if we suddenly go offline and are not right back, it could be that that's what's happened, and then we will look into some contingency plans if we're not able to stream. Hopefully it's nothing. It was just a weird driver issue, but I just wanted to bring that up, and otherwise we are into it. So our new strategy is going to be take out as many individual guys as we can and try to, you know, really set aside the amount of incoming damage. So I think the best way to start with that is Quick Strike.
Come get it.
Since that's free.
Your mother.
All right. I'm going to remove Dark Blessing because I upgrades all cards in your hand. I don't understand what that means. Show artwork. Yeah, there's nothing else that it sort of like says about it. It doesn't seem to do very much in the way of upgrading. It does give us +2 heroism, but there's better ways to do that. So I really want to be able to damage some of these other dudes. Let's you guys, I don't know. Since we can do this for 4 heroism and it does more damage right now, let's redraw the hero combo. Vortex has some interesting effects to it. We could stun that guy and throw Sin. Ugh. No, apparently we can't. There we go. So I could... Yeah, there's not quite a way to hit all 3 of them. We could throw Sin into that guy. That kills him, does a little bit of damage to Sin, and stuns this other vampire. And it gets us +1 heroism. So I feel pretty good about this.
The forces of nature conspire. The sky is the limit.
Jab is asking if I'm running Windows 11, just saw an article about how new games are being designed for Windows 11. No, this is currently a Windows 10 PC. The next PC is more likely to be Windows 11, but this one will probably not make it. So, Relentless can now kill this guy outright, and I do like the idea of doing that. We could also spend it on her. It would do a lot of damage. I think probably just end this guy outright.
Get some. It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
One card play left. Now, Fury does many things, but most of them are not good for us this turn. The 2 marked is nice. The 1 bleed is nice, but it's almost better if we do that next turn. And I do have 1 redraw available. The other option is Dark Blessing with the 1 significant concern. First of all, I don't have a lot of cards in my hand right now. And secondly, the 202 points of damage. We could also kick this into her and double the damage on our next environment attack. This person's already attacking Hunter, so we wouldn't lose anything if we did that. And that would double it, what, 230? Geez, I don't know. Alternatively, we just wallop this guy really good. Yeah, why not?
Maybe you should teach me that one.
Now, the only other thing is that we do have... I don't like having everybody grouped up, especially next to a barrel. And especially not when Storm is so low on lives. So, I think... let's have Blade. Yeah, we're too far away from doing that. But we could kick her into this. Yeah, if we're gonna move, we might as well move with a purpose. And yeah, we can't do that, and now we've done that. Okay, so let's see what happens next. The big concern is if Storm goes down, and with 2 supervillains able to act twice in a turn, it kind of feels likely.
I will waste no more time. You are not my equal.
Okay, hey, at least she didn't knock Storm into a physical object, so it didn't do as much damage as it might have.
You forced my hand.
Time is coming.
Luke is saying that there's some crazy talented people out there. There are 2 people on YouTube that have a challenge.
Hydra forces en route. Get ready.
If you don't speak a language if you speak a language we don't speak, you get $10. One guy knows 29 languages and the other one like 11. Dracula recovers health whenever he deals damage to a bleeding target. Keep heroes cured and manage bleed effects from vampires to prevent Dracula from overhealing. Well, I will definitely keep that.
I always knew you were a parasite. But picking on kids, you're garbage.
You always have such a way with words, Blade. And you're so angry.
That almost sounded like garbage trying to talk.
Enough of your disrespect.
Now who's angry?
Boy, I regret not having a heal. So, we've got a lot of cards now. So let's just take a look. This does no damage, you know. I don't know what Dark Blessing is supposed to do, but let's do it because I could really use the heroism.
This shall be of great help.
Oh, well, it's quick now. That's cool. I guess it advanced those things to next turn. And then Livewire is still Livewire. Okay, so let's take him and... So I've got a couple options. I do some damage to Sin, or I take out multiple targets. I think I'm going to try to take out multiple targets.
Brace yourself.
And that's free because it was quick. Now we could do Gale Force on this guy. Oh, we can't quite get over there. We No, I already used my move to cure Blade. So, geez, crushing blow is really crushing. I need one more piece of heroism to use that, and we can really do some good work. Let's take Gale Force. Boy, I want to knock this guy into the other guy, but I can't think of a way to get repositioned. So, we'll just... Geez, either one of them. I don't know how we survive this round, to be honest. So we're going to just kick this guy off the roof.
I am impressed.
Now, I've got enough to do Crushing Blow, and that's enough to outright kill... I mean, he's got infinite lives, but this is surely what we are meant to do. Aside from that, I don't know. Yeah, the damage of our next environmental attack, there's nothing that even comes close to this. So we're just going to hit Dracula as hard as we possibly can.
I will show you true power.
Oh, hello to more than a Mia. Mia, I hope your Monday has gone well.
Strength.
Okay. I've got one card play. I've got no cards that I can play. Let's redraw Livewire. Goddess's Blessing. Draw 2 storm cards, activate next turn on all storm cards in your hand, and also we get +3 heroism. I feel like this is an extremely smart thing to do. I don't know that Storm survives this round, but if we play this right now, at least I'll have the heroism next round to get her back on her feet. I hope. Oh, Marquek, thank you so much for the cheer. We only just recently got started. I hope that you've had a wonderful Monday. And I do think that, yes, we're going to use our discard. What do I want to discard? Possibly that. I just have a very low thought that she's going to be alive. Let's discard Overload. And then we can use our extra move to kick this guy into Blade.
You trifled with the wrong goddess.
So now we really just have to rely on the idea that Sin here is not going to realize that she could kill 2 of our heroes. Or actually any of them. Yeah, somebody goes down here. I guess we just don't have a lot of control over who it's going to be.
Now you just...
Sorry, Blade, can you say that louder?
I will not let you down.
Okay, save Dahlia.
When this is over, your
Yeah,
blood will serve as the first of many exquisite meals to come.
Okay.
A banquet of the Daywalker, a mutant goddess, and what are you exactly?
Unpalatable.
I very much doubt that.
Blade told me to mention your mother. Apparently she is promiscuous.
So here's our
They
play
are
here.
set on coming after me.
Shit. Okay. Here's our play here. We do whatever we can, and then at the end, we use Last Sight. We make sure that she's not bleeding. No one can see her. And I think that that gets us over to the next turn. So what I need to do between here and there is take out as many dudes as I can and earn as much, what's it called as I can. We can't use this at all. So I'm going to redraw Fury. Wild Strike is extremely good. Especially since she's wounded. I like Fortify very much. We're going to use Fortify.
Welcome assistance.
I'm tempted to redraw Call the Lightning, but we're definitely going to redraw the hero combo. Mark Wack says the first thing you always do is donate like it's an instant entrance fee. Luca, I hugely appreciate Mark Wack's cheers. I mostly just hope that Mark Wack, you know, the goal is to have fun and hopefully relax at the end of a work day or whatever, and relax. If we can provide that, anything past that is really wonderful. So we have 2 card plays. The last card play must be Last Sight, or Wild Strike, as long as somebody gets dead with it. I think that we do Wild Strike on her. We'll get Concealment. Yes. Sorry, we have a very narrow window of possibility here, and I'm trying to be sure that I don't do something weird to screw it up. Like click the wrong button. Okay, now I've got Last Sight, so I can afford to take out 1 more person. I need 2 heroism points to get Storm back on her feet. So I want to go into next turn having enough to do Dahlia, and then enough to revive Storm, and also What's-Her-Face cannot get dead. So let me just think for 1 second. We're going to use Last Sight on, like, this guy, I guess. Then after that, we're going to use the move so that she's not bleeding, and then that will both reduce the Save Dahlia counter by 1, and also get us +1 heroism. No, there is no alternative, because if I use Dark Blessing, then she becomes visible. So here we go. Oh my god.
You had your chance. Your mother abandons you.
Now, there is one question. If I move right now, if I use the cure, does she become visible? That did not occur to me prior to this moment. I'm going to put down a save. I'm going to tell you this. I don't know how this functions. So we're going to put down a super cheaty, what's it called? Save scum save. Yeah, we're going to save over day 1. How about that? Oh, and hello to Solid Chrome Hickey. Hickey, I hope that you've had a wonderful Monday, such as is possible. I know that you were dreading something about this week, and that next week is vacation. So A, you're just 4 days off. But B, I hope that today went well, because we're just getting into the brand new week. And I did save it. Yeah, man, that system crash, that was very concerning. It was weird because everything was perfectly fine, and then we went to do a restart ahead of doing the stream, and the system just went to a stop error code. And it was like, no, I'm not going to reboot for you. We were able to get it in a safe mode, and then it was fine. And there is nothing else. Oh, what I was going to do is click here. Nope. Click here and heal herself. Now, if this breaks concealment, I reload. I'm just letting you guys know. Because it's not an attack. So, like, why, though? Why would that reveal her? That's extremely frustrating. So, hold on a second. Because all that means, you guys, is that I should have done the heal before I did the final move and went into concealment mode. So now that I know that, we're going to reload from this. And I'm tempted to reload from the start of the turn so that I don't have the bleed damage. But I'm prepared to pay the penance for not having done it wisely. I just don't want to fail the mission because I made one bad decision, recognizing that I don't know what the mechanics are. So I'm going to end the turn here, and she's going to bleed, and that's going to go directly to her health bar. Jesus Christ. Meetings today went better than expected. That's awesome news.
Sheer numbers won't save you now.
Okay. Now, all I have to do is get Storm back on her feet. And then Storm uses Save Dahlia.
They brought this upon themselves.
No!
Master!
In the end, you are all alone.
Then so shall it be with you!
It seems vampires are vulnerable to lightning.
That was half my power. Don't move. You're all right now.
You came back for me.
Of course we did.
What now?
We'll take you home. Wherever you want that to be.
Also, Hunter decided to put her cape on backwards for the final cutscene. Yeah, no, 1 star. 1 star is better than failing, so I'll take that. Also, note that here her hair is fine. Remember yesterday there was some, like, weirdness with her hair? Go. Continue. Oh boy, every like moment of silence here now is just so ready to deliver me bad news.
You can sleep in my room tonight, Dahlia.
What? No, I don't want to kick you out of your own space.
Don't worry about it. I can sleep in limbo.
I'm guessing there's no point in arguing with you.
You're smart. Try to get some rest. You need it.
In a bit. There's something I need to do first.
Okay, I don't think we're going to bed yet.
Could you stop by later, Hunter? We should talk.
Does later mean now? Hey, I got your text. Oh, she's purple. Has she always been purple, or is this new? I feel like she was more human-colored the last time that we saw her, but maybe this is a side effect of what she just went through.
How do you feel?
Aside from the obvious, I'm alright. Although I've noticed my abilities don't feel the same. I don't know how to describe it, but it's,
Darker.
Yeah. How did you...
I have darkness within me too. I understand what it is like.
I don't want it to linger, to control me. How do you deal with it?
Do not be scared by the darkness. It is not evil. It serves to balance out the light in you.
It's kinda hard not to think of darkness as big and scary and bad.
Because that is what we are taught. You will learn to harness and control the darkness, just as you do the light.
Okay. Well, when you put it that way, it sounds less intimidating.
You are not corrupt, and this new feeling will serve to guide you.
Thanks. That makes me feel better. You know, I'm actually surprised that you all came to rescue me. Don't get me wrong, I'm totally glad that you did. It was just unexpected.
What is next for you, Dahlia?
Honestly, I don't know. But for the first time in my life, I get to choose. Everything is up in the air, but, you know, I'm taking it day by day. I'm still cool to talk if you have more questions.
Yeah, well, they're not mentioning her skin color, so I think that Jab has the right of it. Did we ever see her in a good light? I think it was always in darkness. Yeah, maybe it was just, like, there was a greenish gray tinge to the sewer where we first met her, and I was making assumptions as to, like, what her skin color was, and it's just always been this, because no one else, they're not commenting on it. Yeah, I guess I'm purple now. Lavender, anyway.
Has your opinion of Storm changed?
I was really unkind to her in the sewer. I spoke out of anger, and I regret it.
The words you spoke held no truth?
Yes. And no. It's complicated. But Storm showed up when it mattered. She cares about me and the Morlocks, and she showed it.
You should tell her this.
I plan on it.
How do you feel about leaving the orphanage?
Conflicted. On one hand, I hated it. Every day was a reminder that I didn't belong. But I was surrounded by kids who felt the same way, and we became a family.
You miss your friends.
I do. Leaving them behind sucked. But once I learned about the Morlocks, I knew I needed to help.
Then you found another new family.
I'm forever grateful they took me in.
Maxine is saying that she needs to sleep now. Maxine, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Well, if Patikin comes by, I want to ask him about his Medium stream, because I know that you were in there. That is a super interesting game.
What are your thoughts on the Morlocks?
They're my family. They took me in, and we cared for each other. We're all mutants just trying to get by.
They were not wary of you?
They were at first. They thought I was one of the X-Men. But once they saw I wanted to help, we built up trust.
Is being an X-Men bad?
Morlocks are used to being outcasts because of the way they look. There's a misunderstanding between the two groups, you know.
It's a shame, and like it's inappropriate to even want this, but like that we don't get to see more of the Morlocks. And the reason that I say it's inappropriate is that that would be all new character designs, all new animations, rigging, you know, the animation rigging, all the texturing and stuff for something that would probably be like a quick throwaway scene. Like with infinite dollars, I bet that the designers would have wanted to do that as well. But it's hard, like the Morlocks are such like an interesting crew because they've all got like Jab said, they can't pass as human. They are visually distinct in ways that make them stand out. And it's interesting to see what the character designers come up with to show that.
Have you reconsidered Storm's offer?
I was worried about this question. I have no idea.
That is okay. You do not need to know right now.
There's still so much about the X-Men I don't know about, and I can't just leave the Morlocks behind.
I am sure you will figure something out.
Me too.
See you later, Dahlia.
I hope so.
There was this... Now, I'm just going to double check, but it's just going to be the same menu again, right?
Yes?
Yes.
See you later, Dahlia.
I hope so.
There was one line in Days of Future Past that always really stuck with me, and obviously I'm not going to be able to deliver it anywhere near the way that Sir Ian McKellen does when... like, things get really dire for them at one point, and he just, as he sort of realizes the way that this is going to go, he says to Patrick Stewart, my God, Charles, so many years wasted between the two of us. Like, I'm trying to remember exactly what the line is, but he, in that last moment, what he understands now to be the end of his journey, how much time was wasted on ideological conflicts with somebody who, even if he disagreed with this deeply, still had his best interest in heart. That line, it spoke so much to me, and it was like, oh, this is what they're going to do with this sort of X-Men First Class line of movies, like the James McAvoy, who plays Eric? Oh my God. Super well-known actor. He was in Assassin's Creed. I can't believe I can't remember this dude's name right now. The point is, they didn't then actually do that with those movies. Michael Fassbender, Marquardt, thank you so much. And hello to Dougler.
New breed vampire activity is down worldwide. Not to jinx it, but I think we're winning.
Any sign of Dracula or Sin?
None. They're off the board. I think we hit them where it hurts. Without them, the few remaining pockets of vampire activity will die out faster than Chewie devours, well, anything. Anything else on your mind?
Wait, who's Chewie? Because it's not Chewbacca. I don't remember him ever eating anything. Who's Chewie?
Thanks, Carol.
Catch you later.
Dougler was voting, nobody tell him, but then Mark Wacker was already hitting enter.
The Morlocks with the X-Men is a good idea.
You spoke with Dahlia.
Yes, I wanted to check in on her.
I appreciate you doing that. I spoke with her as well.
Oh, about what?
I offered Dahlia another opportunity to join Xavier's school.
You asked again?
Third time's the charm. She said she'd sleep on her decision, so now we wait.
Okay, let's take a quick look to see if there's anybody else. Yeah, Blade is out there to have a chat. Captain Marvel we already spoke with. She's just going to have her menu up. So, under slightly other circumstances, we'd be saying, wow, I guess that's the end of the story. Like, we'll see if there's anything else to do tomorrow. But as far as I'm aware, there's like there's at least one more mission that covers like sort of a
group for the vampires to terrorize. Dracula's days are numbered.
Sort of a finishing up, put everything together at the end of its story for all of the DLC characters.
How did it feel when you fought Dracula?
How do you think? He's still alive.
You were not even the tiniest bit satisfied?
All right, it was a little satisfying. But ask me again when I kill the guy.
And hello to Brian. Brian, thank you so much for the resubscription. 12 months of 1 year of getting to hang out with Brian. Brian, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, wow, Dahlia actually gets her own little flower. That's cool. I feel like Dahlia is the first non-party member, like, guest that we've had. Sorry, at the Abbey. There's no blue ones, there's no white ones, I don't have any keys, and I don't have any artifacts to put into the thing. I'm gonna look at whatever it wants me to look at for heroes here. Right, Hell's Fury, I see it. And then... Whoops. Hunter. Oh, right, I really think that we want to take Edit Deck out. Is it simply not clear to me? Can anybody determine what it means upgrade all cards in your hand? It doesn't say that it makes them all critical. We did get an upgrade to Storm's cards, and it was helpful. I would just like to understand it a little bit better than I actually do, is all. Wild Strike saved my bacon. Quick Slash is really good because it applies to the vulnerable. Yeah, I don't know what I would want to do with her that we're not already doing. It's the only disappointment is that I don't get to use her legendary, because Blade Storm, it simply is not as good as Annihilation. And even Fury is really good. Draw a card for each KO. Maybe I will put that in place of Fury. Let's put that in place of Fury. We're going to take out Fury, and we're going to put in Blade Storm. Just in case we get another shot to use it. Did I go past it? Also, Summon Charlie is in here. Hickey was asking yesterday, where's Charlie? We never use the summon to bring her into battle. No, put her... What is happening? Add... Hold on, what have I done? Here. Oh, that's why. It's not even that it's a heroic, you can only have one legendary. And, I mean, you guys, like, Blade Storm is nice, but nothing beats... Annihilation. That's one of the best moves in the entire game. So the only other option would be Patience, which others have like sworn is like really good. Patience is not yet upgraded. I could upgrade Patience. Let's upgrade Patience. Let's see what Patience does when we upgrade it. Patience. I'm gonna put that in. And also, sorry, let me just double check that we don't... Oh, they've changed this, probably for the better. Okay. Hi. So, So, okay, the interface here is being super weird. I want to look at epic ones, and I actually want to look at... Oh my god. I'm just going to use the mouse here because I cannot figure out how to get over here. We want to look at heroics. There we go. I don't know why that's so hard to do with a controller. So, actually, yeah, I actually haven't upgraded patience, which is exactly why I wanted to check it out. So this does significantly more damage. It's a one-time use only thing, but I'm pretty sure that's also here. Yeah, we upgraded the damage. Let's switch this out, and we're going to put in our better patience. Okay, now we're going to go to bed. Can I guess I'm already on the grounds. Jabbising is hard to keep Charlie alive. Well, the when she's a summon, I don't think it would matter if she went down. If anything, every attack against Charlie, like, I hate to sound heartless about it, but every attack against Charlie is an attack that somebody else in the field doesn't suffer, and then Charlie just manifests back at the Abbey and she's perfectly fine again. Oh, that's awesome. Brian is really having a good time with Dying Light 2. It's so fun, isn't it? Oh, and hello to Innertooth. Sorry, I feel like I've missed a lot now. Hold on a second. I got all caught up moving my cards around. Yeah, Innertooth, I hope you had a great Monday. Oh, hold on. Oh, and we're definitely, by the way...
Tower bells are ringing. My favorite childhood prank.
Yeah, we're definitely going to hit level 5 with Scarlet Witch, because we need 2 more points. It's super easy to do.
Oh, maybe this was her idea of a joke.
Alright, Storm has a thought that might interest you as well. We should talk when you have a moment.
Hunter, a word?
I am listening.
I wanted to apologize. I'm afraid I came off a bit cold when we last spoke.
I don't know what this means. I know what I get it means, and I know what it's a little jarring, but I don't know what this means. I know what a cold shoulder is, I just don't know the tone of voice.
I thought giving a cold shoulder was part of your plan.
If I wanted to turn you into a popsicle, I could. But that is not my intention.
So you are speaking literally.
That's a conversation that will have to wait.
I see you are still hesitant in sharing parts of yourself.
I'm not trying to keep secrets, but I don't want to alarm anyone.
Why would it be alarming?
Hypothetically speaking, how would you feel if others learned that you could cause a hurricane if you became too upset?
I would almost feel unstoppable.
Ah, but you have to remember that power comes with a cost. As a leader, the last thing I want is for my team to think I am unable to keep myself under control.
Are you not tired of suppressing yourself?
No. Having control keeps everyone safe. Let's leave it at that. I go into detail, but...
You do not trust me yet.
Keep doing what you're doing, and I'm sure we'll get there.
Wait, can we admire the fact that Storm is leaning against the bark of a tree with the thin, bony part of her elbow? Like, I could, like, press my shoulder up against the tree and that would not be a thing, but to lean any sort of body weight against that part of your elbow, against, like, rough bark, I feel like that would be extremely uncomfortable. Innertooth had a great Monday. He upgraded his PC with a new CPU and cooler, got an AMD, did you say Ryzen or Ryzen? 7, 5800 X3D to upgrade the PC. That is probably going to be great for Factorio. I was talking to Mia just the other day, and using Factorio as an example of a CPU limited game.
I will see if I can find you a treat later.
As opposed to GPU limited. Because there's so much math happening on the back end of that. Okay. So...
Hunter, a word.
Yeah, just to let you guys know, the following things are definitely going to be done. If not tonight, then before the series is done. We're going to hit level 5 with Scarlet Witch. we're going to try to do whatever additional story missions there are. And I thought there was at least one other thing that I'm just not remembering right now.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Now that we have our own knockoff danger room, I wouldn't mind testing it out. Complete the threat room with Steve Rogers. Okay.
Thanks, Hunter.
Inner Tooth is saying that's actually one of the reasons they upgraded for Factorio. Oh, and we're going to do one more generic mission under all circumstances, because we'd have to do that to do another story mission.
Dahlia left this morning for Xavier's school.
You do not sound surprised.
She's got the safety of her Morlocks to consider. With so many X-Men out for the Shi'ar Brood War, there's space.
The Morlocks were invited as well?
Yes. Magic ferried everyone to the school. They'll be secure until the vampire threat is eradicated.
I am sure Dahlia is happy they were able to join her.
It was her idea. She proposed the X-Men and the Morlocks share space at Xavier's school to better understand one another.
Why would I say it's a recipe for disaster? That seems like a really garbage thing to say.
She had a good role model to learn from.
No, this was all her. She came to this decision despite my missteps.
So, what are your plans, now that she is safe?
You went out of your way to help me. It is only right that I return the favor. I will remain at the Abbey until your fight with Lilith is over.
Oh, that is all I have to say to you for now. Please leave me be. Okay, now the upgraded danger room that he was talking about is but we haven't applied it yet, so we want to go check a couple things.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair.
Okay, wow, I don't know where, but I got some cash. So we cannot do this, but we need 2 more points of friendship with her. The next person that I would do is Eddie, but as Hickey pointed out, his tongue got fixed, and therefore he's not available. We could do, I guess, Deadpool. Deadpool would be the next person that I'd be aiming at level 5 for.
Promise I won't break your face. I'm gonna need a back rub.
Also, it just welcomed back to the chat room on Twitch. So if anybody said anything between More Than Amiya saying yes, and I remember all the stuff that I learned, and then Inner2 saying Deadpool, if there were any comments between those, I may not have seen them. Oh, really? So I think that we'd want to do the moderate wound first, even though environment attacks cost 2 more heroism isn't actually that big of a deal. Then again, gain weak for 1 turn. It's not that big of a thing either way. Let's heal Storm. Yeah.
It's important to heal the mind and body.
And then I don't think we have to do anything else here, but
later.
Yeah, so I guess maybe we have to stop by the forge. But we should have the threat room upgrade, and I definitely want to check that out, because that's a new sort of gameplay thing that we can do.
Boss, your advice for dealing with the ghost girl in my room was, well, I didn't follow it exactly, but I appreciate your feedback. And that's why I need your help with another potential haunting. Say it's bad enough that even the ghost girl cleared out. How would you, handle something like that?
I would make myself more terrifying than the Phantasm and frighten it away.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. No way am I saying that name 3 times in a row.
Huh?
Nico must be slacking on your education in 80s cinema. But you know what's not slacking? Whatever slimy ghoul is occupying my room and making my life one giant, unbearably dark room. At around 3 in the morning, every morning, I wake up to wailing and the stench of what can only be described as a mixture of old socks and eggs that are about 50 years past their expiration date. I looked it up, and the internet said the smell of rotting eggs wasn't just a sign of a regular run-of-the-mill poltergeist, but something, you know, demonic.
Are you sure it is not Dr. Strange?
Now that you mention it, Stephen does practice magic late at night.
Mystery solved, then.
If only there were someone I could hire to exorcise him. Maybe magic? Something tells me she wouldn't mind having one less Avenger living here. Thanks for the talk, Hunter. Let's do it again sometime soon.
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details.
Okay, apparently that's it. The X-Men fight as a team because of our shared experience. We fight as a team because we must, but yes, I suppose the Danger Room helps. Bring more heroes into the threat room, select difficulty level, and face a wider variety of threats. Now, here's an interesting question. Do you get... does everybody get to level up? Because that would be super good. Fox is saying... Also, Intertooth is very excited for Deadpool. Either that or very disappointed in Deadpool. It's Deadpool with 4 exclamation points. Fox McCloud is saying scarier than Ghost Girls, Car Salesman. I agree. Nothing is scarier than...
Remind me again why you haven't digitized this stuff already? This is going to take
than a young woman with her hair just combed directly forward over her face.
Careful study that can only be achieved by examining the physical documents themselves.
Oh, so it's a Zen thing, then? You become one with the old book and it shares its secrets with you?
Always quick to mock the things you don't understand.
Oh no, I'm honestly interested this time. Maybe I can adapt your technique into something normal people can use.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
I feel like this is new, coming into this map and having the two of them sort of like joust with one another. So there's another Storm thing that we can do, but I'm also taking a look at this. We need to do at least one more mission with Storm. She's currently in the medical grotto, but we will make sure to do that next.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? Sometimes I even impress myself.
Storm Shield. Apply 2 resist to all allies. Holy shit. Sorry, 2 resist to all allies, and while it's in hand, Storm gains 1 resist each turn. That basically means that 1 attack against Storm just doesn't apply every turn. That's wild. That's 100% one that we're gonna take. Apparently I own 4 of these. I don't remember that. It seems extremely good. I have Make Him Bleed already, and Morning Star. Apparently I only have 1 of these, so let's grab Morning Star, even though I don't really intend to use it. But Storm Shield is incredibly good. Ability crafting. Well, I want another Storm Shield, I'll tell you that.
Forge is a powerful tool.
All right, here's the plan. I'll hit this thing with the big hammer, and you transform. All right, now we're talking.
That's all I can expect of your contribution, then? No materials analysis, no tactical projections, nothing?
Let's get Arc.
Ooh, I can picture Hydra turning tail already.
This is why I despise
And I
group
honestly
projects.
don't know if I already have upgraded versions of those. We already queued up our research. Blueprint Exchange I don't need, and we're not yet ready to do Scarlet Witch's challenge. So yeah, by all means, let's get Storm Shield in there. Upgrade abilities.
Back again.
Yeah, Storm Shield. So this is going to apply 2 resist and 1 counter to all allies.
I think we've got something for everyone.
Sorry, this might be the best support skill in the entire game. That's crazy.
Interesting choice.
Can I have her have 2 of those? And then we're going to do Arc Plus. So it's going to increase her number of chains on the next turn. Yard upgrades. Yes, now we can do it. Enhanced Threat Room. Oh, look, we put a little computer next to the existent portal. Okay. We have to take a look at Storm, because we need to put that Storm Shield in there. Arc also seems really good. Better than Gale Force, for sure. Yeah, sorry, Overload. You're just not as good as, well, most of the other skills in the game. Let's go to Storm Shield, and then we're going to take out at least 1 Gale Force and put in Arc Plus. And then I think we're going to go upgrade Gale Force. Do I know what the upgrade for it would be? Hold on. It just makes it quick all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's so cheap to do. Why not? Fox is saying Hachishaku-sama, hopefully that's close, has hair forward, 8-foot-tall ghost mommy. Wait, what is that? What is she from? Is that an anime? Or is that like a J-horror movie? Think for 1 second. Ability crafting.
Another project?
I want Gale Force. No!
Another tool in our fight against Lilith.
I didn't want to craft one. I just wanted to push them together. I didn't have to come down here. Oops. Well, there is an ability that I'd like to craft, although I don't think that we can, which is Magic's Legendary. Yeah. For that, I need a Legendary Blueprint. I've got everything else that I need, but Magic's upgraded Legendary makes her immune to damage and gives her a counter, which I think... I've just not forgotten that I agree with Jab's assessment that that's possibly the best Legendary.
Time to take it to the next level.
It scales super well with the number of dudes. So yeah, I accidentally picked up an extra. It's at least it's a white level ability. It's not a big crisis. Okay.
All right then.
Let's just double check. Wow, look at this. We got all of her stuff upgraded. I think that we might want to do some mods on some of her stuff, especially like Storm Shield. Like, how is that only blue? What's better than that? Like, Goddess's Blessing is also very good, but Storm Shield is ridiculous. Yeah, let's apply some mods. Starting with Storm Shield, which I think is going to get played every single time it ever comes up. So, it would give us +1 move or +1 heroism.
A wise choice.
Yeah, that's easy. And then Arc Plus. So this is just a straight attack. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but on the second turn, suddenly it changes to either 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
Until you're ready.
Let's upgrade this. +2 heroism and apply taunt. So the trouble with apply taunt is, like, with the Storm Shield that we just picked up, Storm is going to be able to accept like a big beating, but I don't know that it's worth the +2 heroism because she's not a tank. She's very much a DPS. Let's go with the 25% mark chance. I feel like that's the safer choice for her.
Curious,
especially when you're chaining to multiple targets. Yeah, we're gonna pass on Overload. Overload has had its time.
I guess it is.
Oh, Innertooth's got a lurk. Innertooth, thank you so much for coming by. I hope that you have a great evening, and hopefully we'll get a chance to check in with you tomorrow. Foxconn is saying a Japanese spirit that preys on children, but I've seen some funny art of her. So this is just straight up like Japanese folklore then. Okay, let's save it. Hold on. I'm going to do a regular save because I've forgotten what the quick save button is, and I don't want to accidentally hit the quick load button. Let's save, and we're going to save over day 1, which is that save scummy save. Now, no one will ever be able to prove that I save scummed that fight. Even though, I'll say this, I have always reserved the right to save scum if I have a legitimate question about the mechanics. Like, if this is going to cause me to break concealment, then obviously I'm not going to do it, and I don't get to ask the dungeon master. Like, there's not a referee that I can say, what do the rules say here? Was the 8-foot-tall Japanese ghost woman in any way an inspiration for the very tall vampire lady from Resident Evil? I don't think I need anything from here. Yeah, this has been starred forever, by the way. Edit deck. Like, I don't necessarily know what it wants me to look at. Except Morningstar. Okay, pause for a second. I want to check out Storm, because we have we got some customizations for her, and we never looked at like her Abbey customizations. I kind of like that. That's a good look. I do think, you know what, it is a little bit too close to Scarlet Witch, who's basically that, but like red and other red, I think. But it's like the same boots and stuff. And then that's a nice look too. Although I do kind of just like her regular look. I don't know. We'll get this. I can afford it. And then combat outfit. So here are some of our new colors. So this was her default. I do like the blue and purple a little bit more. Then we've got green, red, yellow. Not as nice of purple. Then, yeah, this would be another choice. I do like that one. Night Shift is interesting because it is kind of purpley. I do like that one. Darker green. I'll say this. She looks better in Steel Wind than anybody else. I have not liked this particular color palette on any other hero. That looks super slick on her. I think it's the white hair that like ties it all together. That looks really good. And then this. I want to do Steel Wind. I know it's a little bit monotone, but it looks cool. And then for Punk Storm, oops. We've got, so it's that, and then with a black tube top. Oh, that looks really good. I like that with the red. And then we've got brown. Actually, the brown looks really good on that too. And then white. It doesn't look good on anybody. If we could get this in like her blues and purples, I think that'd be cool. Let's go on a mission with her like this. That'd be fun. And then the silver suit. Ugh. Yeah, the silver suit, I just don't really care for the design at all. The blue one's not bad, but it's such a like this shade of blue makes her look like a Power Ranger, I feel like. It's the shininess. It looks like it doesn't breathe at all. Yeah, no thanks. We're gonna go, but let's do at least one with Punk Storm. We'll get to see her in action. I'm gonna put on that one. Oh, Mia was voting very heavily for red. Well, I'm gonna let's honor the wishes of the people. We're gonna go with red. Red Punk Storm. And then I feel like that's all. Did we get some more customizations? Yes, we did. Yeah, we got an athletic swimsuit. So here's her athletic swimsuit. But I still like her regular one piece. We've been rocking that the whole time. It really should be black because we went with a dark side hunter, but... And then her Abbey outfits are... Oh, we have to wear the Charlie shirt. I like the Charlie shirt. Going nowhere. That's new. Head games, but it's like nowhere... It's like nowhere from Guardians of the Galaxy, but I wonder why it's like Head Games. It's probably just Head Games, but like I'm trying to think, did a company named Head Games have any say at all in the Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out from a different publisher, different studio, but maybe that's a nod to them. Page Turner, Magneto was right. I'm gonna make you my witch. John Romero wants to make you his witch. Suddenly, this looks like Storm play, Storm cosplay. Oh, that's I don't hate the ecstatic hoodie. That's not too bad either. I like the shininess of the. What would you call this? That's not a pentagram, but I don't know what you would call that. It's a 5-pointed star, but I don't feel like the design is pentagram, and I don't know what it represents. Okay, I do like the 90s XCOM shirt. That's a new one. I do like that. I heart Salem. Geez, we got a lot of casual outfits. Okay, so I will say this. My current outfit is my favorite Hunter outfit, but I do want to... Wait, we have one specifically for Dark Hunter? It's okay. I want to put on the Charlie shirt. We're going to be pro-pet. Yeah, Shadowhound Sanctuary. Okay, yeah, we needed to go in here for Steve. And for all of that, now I need to save it again, because we just did some stuff. And once it saves, let's just do the quick save. It's either F5 or F6, I just don't happen to remember which one. And I just don't want to be wrong and quick load so that we undo all the stuff that we just did. Yeah, my only like wish or desire for the alternate hairstyles would be that they also have those hairstyles around the Abbey, because honestly that's why we didn't go with the Marvel version of Captain Marvel. It just seems kind of weird if her hair looks that different. So let me just try to save it. So F5 does nothing. F6 is quick save, so now we'll know to do that. The threat room has been enhanced. Multiple heroes can now train at the same time against a variety of enemies with any unlocked difficulty setting. Oh, and you can choose your enemy type too, or maybe not. Okay, well, let's bring in 3 heroes. I want to see if they can all level up. Okay, so we need to bring Steve. And then... Okay, yes, when she's in combat therapy, she's in combat therapy. So... Normally, nobody can go above the highest level, which is currently 25. But we could level up some of our other heroes, like Scarlet Witch and... Ghost Rider would be cool. Yeah, we haven't done anything with Ghost Rider in a long time. Now, why does it say difficulty normal, though? I thought we were at difficulty... Hold on a second. Difficulty heroic 2 is what it's set to. Well, we'll find out. We're going to do Steve, we're going to do Scarlet Witch, and we're going to do Ghost Rider. There. I wonder if it's the same, like, combat arena, like the one in Limbo. So I'm a little concerned that we're seeing a save icon up at the top right, but it looks like it did figure itself out. Oh, hello to Patikin. Patikin, how was your first day of the medium? Today was day 1, yeah? I stopped by, and it seemed like you were going into the graphical settings and stuff, but everything that I saw seemed to be running really well. What did you think of it so far? Survive against the enemy threat for 3 turns. Combat items may be used, but will not be permanently consumed.
We've got the best tech in the world on our side.
There are many left to be judged.
Okay, so... Penance Stare is a good time. Enemies KO'd will explode for 82 damage for 2 turns. There's not a lot of them grouped up right now. Force will knock back in any direction. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use Immolate. And then we're going to use Lash to throw this guy over there.
Whatever gets the job done.
Yeah, I guess if that's the best you can do. Okay, so That, he leveled up. So Ghost Rider's whole thing is that he collects souls when he knocks people out, and that's why we wanted to start by letting him collect a whole bunch of souls. So, this person's ready for... Yeah, and then there's this dude who I'd really like to mess up. Let's get him another soul.
Judgment comes.
That's an interesting
Okay,
You've been
that
practicing, haven't you?
sucked a little bit for Scarlet Witch. Patine was saying that he was checking his FSR setting because it did crash early in the game. Mia's saying, I popped into his stream right at the point where the clip was taken in my stream. Yes! Yes, Mia, absolutely. Go, let's put that up so that Patine can see it too. So, Hexbolt is super good, and it's absolutely something that we want to... It's one of her best powers, I feel like.
Your actions have consequences. That looked painful.
And that... So we could do some shove action, but I don't know that we'd get very much out of it. Like, I mean, I guess why not just whack his shield out of the way? Let's have Steve do this, because he didn't get to do anything cool this round.
I'm on it.
Okay, so he doesn't have his storm shield anymore. That's the end of the round.
We have the upper hand. For victory!
Grows.
They really got it in for me.
Not that it matters, but here come their friends.
Yeah, Patikin, I don't think that you will have been able to see that that clip that Mia just put into chat before, because it would have been at least a little bit of a spoiler. It's a very fun clip. Okay. So, the best defense is really nice because it basically gives him a lot more block as he does damage. Tactician gives block to everybody, and he gets to draw 2 cards. So, let's open with the best defense.
Watch my back. Just the boost I needed.
I think followed by Tactician, but let's look. That's if target was damaged this turn. On KO, draw 2 cards. Knockback and Taunt. Let's give... Yeah, we've got some anti-Ghost Rider attacks coming in, so let's give block to everybody.
Someone order a sandwich? Help is at hand.
Okay. Yeah, so he got slowed, so Drain Soul's a little bit more expensive than it should be. I've got 1 card play left. Hexfield seems like a pretty good way to mess up everybody around here. We could also do it over here and take those 2 guys straight out. This guy's going to do something at the end of the next card play, so if there's anything I can do to just stop him altogether. Yeah, I think this is a great time for hero combo.
We can do this.
No one could have stopped that.
Okay. We're not necessarily done, because Scarlet Witch could shove this guy. This does do more damage, but only to the 1 guy.
Don't feel bad. You're not ready for me yet.
And now if I feel like doing a discard, we can take 2 more guys out. I think we're gonna discard... Boy, Chaos Reigns is a pretty good one. I don't want to get rid of Hex Bolts. Penance Stare. Penance Stare does 1,000 points of damage. Like, that would kill any 3 of these guys. But it's a one-time strike. It only hits 1 dude. It's really good against, like, Dracula, for example. Let's... If we've got to lose one, let's get rid of Punch. We're going to discard Punch. And now, Scarlet Witch, if you would be so kind. Alright, I'm not too worried about this round, because everybody got a lot of block.
I heard command.
Well, some block, anyway.
I think we've got company.
I've got your back.
We have control of the situation.
Okay, so Hexfield would go pretty well right here. It's not gonna kill 2 of these 3 guys, but they're not gonna be standing for very much longer after it. So... yeah, let's go ahead and do this, because we so rarely take advantage of Hexfield, and it is a good ability.
Nice work.
All right, Drain Soul goes really well here. And, wow, we got a 3rd one, too, huh?
Vengeance is near.
I think you got him.
Yeah, Ghost Rider gets supercharged from, like, committing murder. He's very good at it. And now we've got Hexbolt, which I think is where we're going to go next. Again... oh, and this might be our last turn, so... yeah, it's not... that's too much of a waste. Let's hit this guy really hard.
Reality is only an illusion.
I suppose it's something. For the mother! Hydra's immortal.
Now, I did not see anybody level up, and I didn't check their, like, experience levels before going in there, so I'm not sure if this was for, like, practice and fun, or if they actually get some experience points for it. But that's a good time. I might choose to do the more traditional ones if it means, like, leveling up a particular character. Because it's the threat room is traditionally really valuable for getting 1 to 2 levels on a character and sort of bringing them up to meet everybody else.
Time flies when you're fighting. Awesome. Thanks, Hunter.
Time flies when you're fighting awesome. So we did this, and we got a new Captain America modded ability.
Hunter?
Okay, it's one that we have. It's a really good one, but I don't know that we're going to be doing too much with that. Let's check the... yep, we do have 1 chest to go get. It's probably somewhat faster. Patin says, I'm not sure how long it'll take to finish the medium. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I didn't read it aloud. Sometimes I'll read something, and then I'll sort of, like, put it into my memory to comment at the next opportunity, and then I'll immediately forget. Brian had said that he's enjoying Dying Light 2, but he does wish that the waypoints were better. I don't know if we still have Brian, but I will agree with him. The waypointing system in Dying Light 2, no spoilers here, is a bit odd that it appears on your compass until you get within a certain radius of it. I'm not sure what it is, like 100 meters, 50 meters, but suddenly it's no longer on your compass at all, and that's when you have to, like, start looking in the world. And it's like, it's nice that it pins it to exactly where it is that you're trying to go, but just out of curiosity, I wonder why they decided to remove it from the compass, because it does feel like that would help you stay oriented. Okay, so I think that we did our gamma coil, we did our training, we didn't check the gift shop yet, but I don't think that I have Tactics of the Ancients, so I'm going to buy it. Night into Morning. We probably have this, but it's 30 gloss, so whatever. And...
Do you remember the bells, kiddo? When you were younger, I could barely keep you out of that tower.
Okay, that is a conversation we've heard before. I feel like it would be really weird to have, like, a loved one... Oh, hold on. Who's present, but also a ghost. In that...
I wouldn't have thought so, but it's good to hear those bells again after all this time.
Uh-huh.
As hard as Sarah tried to keep you out of the tower, you always found your way back in, just in time to wake her up at the crack of dawn.
Okay, go on with your story, though. Caretaker's also immortal, or effectively so. Like, I guess she ages very, very, very slowly. So the two of them get to be together. But, like, what if Caretaker was just like a regular person and she just aged normally, but her ghost wife doesn't? So the ghost wife remains sort of like static and generally unchanging, while her wife continues to get older and like more infirm. I feel like that would be... I think that they would really treasure the number of years that they had together, but I feel like it's similar to like an elf, right? Like Lord of the Rings, Arwen and whatever. Like, it's this path of tragedy for elves to get together with humans because elves are borderline immortal, and the only thing that they can do, they get to their experience being with a person is like a human is such a small sliver of their life and so much grief that would live for so long after the loss. It's better to just not allow yourself to get attached. I'm not saying that Agent Smith there was right, but I do understand what his concerns were. Brian is jumping up and down and saying that he's still here. And hello to Grumpy. Somewhere. Hold on, did Grumpy say something? Sorry, we're gonna go... Oh, the final chapter, it's right here. Hold on. Wait, where's Grumpy? Brian said hello to Grumpy. Oh, Grumpy did say hello. Grumpy does these, like, stealth hellos. Yes, hello to Grumpy. Grumpy, I hope your Monday has gone well. So this would be the final chapter. New story mission is now available on the mirror table. This mission to end the vampire threat once and for all may be taken at any time. However, I do very much think that I'd want to bring Storm. Present circumstances withstanding. So... Oh yeah, look at that. Tomb of Dracula, story mission. We can't do it because we don't have Storm. So, I think defeat vampires to get the legendary blueprint, and it has the advantage of having Scarlet Witch. So this has a couple things that I want. Eliminate all vampires present at this location. Straightforward. Decrease difficulty. I don't know why I would want to do that. Target 4 enemies with a single ability. Well, I'll tell you what. I will do my best. Okay, so we definitely want to bring Hunter so that we get the friendship bonus. And then, I mean, the next person that I'd be trying to make friends with is Deadpool. So let's bring Deadpool. Yeah. Select a hero. So Obsidian Athame is a really weird thing. Discard the rest of your hand instead. I don't know how I feel about that one. Double the damage of their next... environmental attack. I'm sure that that has a time and a place, but I can't figure it out. Gain heroism equal to the cost of all the heroics on your card. Yeah, let's do that. That seems way more interesting. Overpowered and too vulnerable for free. Well, I'll bring that one along. I don't know that we'll use it. Oh, Hunter, that's not how you wear a cape. The cape looks so cool until it does something like that. Like, even Scarlet Witch's is a little bit askew. Hello to Jelly Buns! Yeah, Jab is saying that they were hundreds of years old at least. They were both there when Hunter died. And Agatha only passed away recently. Douglas saying that, or you're not always paying attention to chat while you're playing a game. That's true. Like, it is... I think that most people do get that it's like...
Maybe you can give them a lesson they won't forget.
Sometimes there's going to be
That won't
events.
be a
I still
problem.
feel bad about it. So, we do have a thing back there, but I think that with 6 moves to go before it pops, Quick Slash is always an early favorite. Okay. Symbiote Bind is a good one. Hex Field would damage everybody. I'll tell you what. Let's go for Dark Blessing.
The advantage is mine.
Damage each enemy in an area. Boy, maybe I should have gone for his first. So this does kill somebody. It gets him some Enfuego. But then again, that guy's going to attack him, at which point he loses Enfuego. We can also take... There's a lot of Hunter attacks coming in this turn, I'm noticing. So, yeah, let's... Boy, Hexfield is just sitting there, isn't it? Let's... No. I am not convinced that I can get into a position to hit all 3 of these dudes. But I'm gonna try. Come on, big Hex Field. Yes. Okay. So it kills one dude and hits the other for a lot more than the Enfuego one would do.
Leave some for the rest of us.
And now our choices are hero combo, or again, because there's so many Hunter attacks coming in, I think we go for Last Sight. And now we can afford to do Last Sight against, like, this dude and take a powerful enemy out while also invalidating the other attack. Well, man. Oh, if only I'd done the attack against him, then we could spare what's-his-face the attack. I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to discard Pain Pinata so that then Hunter can shoulder check into that guy. Now we can use Last Sight to knock him out. And now nobody gets attacked this turn. Jellybuns in capes are still a struggle even in these times.
Just like old times.
I just like that. Like, she probably means from a technical perspective, but just like, man, we've come so far. We've put a man on the moon. We have sliced bread and all of these other marvelous and Marvel movies. Marvelous inventions. But we still can't wear capes out in public without getting big stares. Jab is saying, I would say Hunter has more of a cloak than a cape. Really? I feel like a cloak would have to be a little bit more over the shoulders. I've never really thought about it. What's the difference between a cloak and a cape? I don't know. That's interesting. So somebody other than Hunter can go get the red key card. Yeah, I feel like a cloak is like, it sort of comes up and forward over the shoulders, doesn't it? Dude, you're saying cloaks have hoods and some have pockets. And again, because I played that card, I could have played that card next turn, but because I did it this turn, now the thing hatched, and now we get attacks against the other 2 guys. It doesn't feel good to be this dumb. I don't know what to say. I'm being hard on myself with the be this dumb. Like, it's a complicated game. I just feel bad when I screw up like that. So, yeah, we want to do some spread the love.
I'm gonna get ya!
So that gives him some Enfuego power.
Interesting technique.
And now if we have any sort of area effect, these guys are in for a bad time. Draw 2 cards. That does feel... Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, Hexmark does a lot of work for us right here. Hold on. I like this.
Let's try this.
This is going to apply Mark to these guys. So killing them no longer causes... Hold on. So let's think ahead before I just shoot at the first guy that I see. We've got a lot of Scarlet Witch attacks, but also like Deadpool attacks. Like in a weird way, we want to make sure that Deadpool doesn't get attacked because then he loses in Fuego. So let's shoot this guy, and then Scarlet Witch doesn't have any block, so we do want to start taking out some of those attacks. Alternatively, if we attack this guy, we still get a refund, and then we've got other guys that we can still get a refund on. Yeah, let's do this.
Mucho gusto. I hope you're keeping score at home.
Jab is saying a cloak is more of a coat than decorative. Yeah, that's how I would think of it. Like, sort of like it's more formless than a trench coat. Let me ask you guys this about a cloak. Does a cloak have armholes? Because in my head, it goes over the shoulders, but then your arms are underneath it. And if you wanted to reach for something, you'd come out of the cloak, but not through an armhole. I feel like as soon as you have an armhole, then you're wearing a coat. Now, the problem is... hero combo. Let's do hero combo on this because it's marked and we get a refund. I'm just keeping one eye on this back here because that will hatch in 2 card plays and now in 1 card play.
Together we are...
I love the topics that come in chat, like the difference between a cloak, a cape, and a coat.
Than I expected.
Okay, I have 5 stamina, or heroism. We could do this to that and kill it, yes. That would be our final card play. I think I'm comfortable with that.
No one can match my sword style. Sorry, babe. It's not you, it's me.
So, we have no more card plays, but we do have at least 1 move. So, I think we want Deadpool. Oh, and we do have these environment attacks. I feel like I can pull this down on both of those guys. Can't I? No. No, it's just on their circles, not on their bodies. Maybe we could, like, kick this in such a way that it hits both of them. Except that takes... I don't know why I forgot that takes 2 heroism. It always takes 2 heroism. Why would I think otherwise?
I choose you!
Okay. Well, so on the plus side, there's no more Deadpool attacks, so he doesn't lose any in Fuego. There's gonna be some big hits coming against Scarlet Witch and Hunter, but I don't think anything that they can't survive.
Everything according to plan.
Okay. Quick Shot does some cool stuff for us. If target will be KO'd, chain to another target, max 2 targets. Yes, let's do that. and that should give him more Enfuego.
Where have I seen that before?
Also, Jelly Buns is saying, I'm back from microwaving pizza and had my headphones on. Oh, it just scrolled off. Hold on. Headphones on, and I knew Angel was picking up what I was putting down. If you throw it back if it's hot. Gather around you if it's cold or raining. Yeah, cloak. Oh, wait, that was Jab. It can have slits for arms to come through, but it does not have sleeves. And then Jab is saying cloaks were pretty much replaced by coats. Probably were finished off by cars, but cloaks were the default outdoor garment throughout most of history. They seem really comfortable to me. And, like, exactly as warm as you want them to be. It's like wearing a... Is it like wearing a Snuggie? I've never been inside of a Snuggie. I do like Chaos Fields, but I'm not sure that it's necessary anymore. Now that I understand how Enfuego works, I'm really enjoying Deadpool. He'll bleed if we do this. Okay, let's take this guy down. I didn't understand before that Enfuego was powered by KOs, similar to Ghost Rider, but towards a very different end. So this will make him bleed, but who cares? There's nobody else. There's nobody here to get enticed by it.
Bad luck for you, friendo!
You've been practicing, haven't you?
Hopefully they learned their lesson, but we all know that's wishful thinking.
Hell yeah, 3 stars. I don't think that I got the special reward for, like, the thing that I gambled the... Oh, look at that. Hold on. I can't... Can I point? Look at this up here. I didn't know that there were different pictures. That's like an older or a different Scarlet Witch. That's a cool design. I don't think that I've ever noticed that before. So yeah, once, Storm is out of rehab, which might be right now, then we can do the thing. But we should also now have the Scarlet Witch special mission. Oh, let me hang out with Deadpool. You guys, we might hit level 5 with Deadpool now, too.
Don't insult the sewer rats. They bring me pizza.
Okay, it's gotta be playing video games. Like, not just playing video games, he's gonna play a Deadpool video game, for sure. Not really. I just want everybody to set their expectations. But it would be extremely funny if they started playing the Xbox 360 Deadpool game that got pulled from sale.
I have been watching you.
Like in a secret admirer or creepy kind of way?
You are very confident for someone who lacks self-worth.
At least buy me dinner before you peg me like that. Why are you calling me out?
I'm telling you, there are people that don't like the female voice actor because she's not as expressive, and I'm gonna tell you, she is perfectly expressive. Ouch.
Because you should know.
I'm the one breaking the fourth wall around here. Don't you think I already knew?
Breaking the what?
Not important. Normally, I appreciate being burned, but this one? It's too close to home. You ever heard the phrase, fake it until you make it? Wait a sec, of course you haven't. Basically, you pretend long enough, and then it sticks. It's the best way to trick other people into thinking you have your crap together. You don't do that?
Man, that is my everyday. I will note here, there's only the one option.
Certainly. I think it is a very human thing to do.
Don't forget about the aliens.
Thank you for your insight.
Anytime. I love talking. All I'm saying is that we all have no clue what's going on, and I'm confident about that.
Oh, gosh. You guys, I think I honestly don't have any idea. He might like the fresh and fruity snack box, but his doesn't his like truck outside, his snack truck, serve like chimichangas or something like that? I honestly feel like all of this stuff is just like things that he would only like ironically. Passion in the Moonlight. That's a Wolverine thing though, I feel like. He might like Meat Market. I don't know. He's a weird dude. Premium Sketchbook. He doesn't really have any inner demons. Sports car interior. Snack box snacks. He's not really for the younger generation, though. Blood on blood. Human anatomy. Yeah, he might like the human anatomy. Like I said, he's a super weird dude. He might like that. He's not going to care about tactics books. Let's give him the human anatomy book. It's just, it's so out of left field. Maybe it will appeal to him. I don't know. I'm going to give him the fresh and fruity snack box because I don't know who else that would ever go to. Fresh and fruity. Yeah, here we go. Unless you're a raging carnivore, you'll find something to love in this box of delightful fruits. I feel like anybody would like that. We're trying to get him up to level 5. I feel like it's a reasonably good thing. Liked it.
We're definitely doing that again.
I don't know if that was enough. We only got 9 friendships. Okay, well, let's look. Yeah, we're 5 short. So, does anybody have any thoughts on what would have been the right gift for him? Wait, is there anything that I want to do before I go to bed? I could go get this. It's kind of one of the annoying ones to get, but... Jellybun says, fake it till you make it has been my entire life. I just call it masking in front of the normies. Jab says, but going back, Hunter's cape looks like it's big enough to come around and over her shoulders and cover her front, making it a cloak. So it's like a cloak that's just sort of like swept back then. I could probably see that. It's a very big cape. Or cloak. It's a lot more than Steve... Well... Now I want to look at Stephen Strange's again, but a lot more than Wanda or, like, Storm have, by a lot. So maybe just the way that she's wearing it makes it look more cape-like, but if she pinned it forward a little bit, she could sort of, like, draw it forward like she's Batman skulking in the shadows. Okay. Oh, and by the way, we let's remember. I want to put everybody in their Midnight Suns costume for the final fight.
Interesting.
Here against Dracula. So we got that, and that's all we needed. We're gonna go back here now, and now we're gonna go to sleep. Twitch chat is like Wikipedia. You're just gonna go down some random conversation hole from one thing. Oh yeah. That's what I love about streaming. Like, I've been playing games by myself my whole life, but what I really like is being able to, like, chat with you guys. I really miss the days when I used to go to HWs. Like, we were in the middle of a long playthrough when COVID struck, and suddenly it was like, I guess, you know, I shouldn't come by. Like, dagger. Charlie, you shouldn't be playing with that.
Who's a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Hickey was saying, didn't somebody say disgusting candy? Was like, did I? If that's what he should have, but I thought that I tried to give that to him, and it was like I know that I gave it to Venom, but I think that I gave the disgusting candy to one other person. They were like, oh, thanks, this sucks. I hate it. But I couldn't remember if it was Deadpool or not. Is that something that Deadpool likes, ironically, just like gross candy? Jellybun's asking if I like sour candy. Yes. Sour candy, hot candy, chocolate candy, white chocolate candy. Dark chocolate gets a little bit, like, the loss of sweetness, but if it's, like, cut with something, it's really good. Like, dark chocolate cake is really good. Yeah, really not a fan of, like, watermelon candy. I can't abide that flavor. By the mysterious scribe, note from Agatha, it seemed that Endy's monument should be near the standing stones that she found so fascinating. Oh, to hear that laugh again. I don't know if that means something. As far as I know, well, no, that's not true. There is one mystery in the Abbey that I've not solved. Remember when the meteor crashed down? I, to this moment, have no idea what that meant or what I was supposed to do with that. Oh, wait, we can do Scarlet Witch. Let's go. So, a couple things. As long as we're thinking of it, let's go to customization, and we're going to put her into her Midnight Suns outfit. And if I can, if it will allow me, then we're going to... it's one of these. Yes. Not be in the hood, if possible. We'll see. And somehow I have another new outfit. I don't know what it would be. And frankly, at this point, we have so many that I'm not going to recognize it unless it has that gold star on it as we approach. That toggle, by the way, up at the top, that's like wear combat or change outfits daily. We tried that once. Oh, this was it. Just compression black. Okay, let's look here. I don't think I have any edit deck for him. Yeah, it's just Brooklyn Handshake. We've already really got a good thing for him. Let's go to Storm because we... Oh, no, wait, we don't have a Midnight Suns outfit for Storm. Boo. Well, that's fine. We're gonna bring her into combat looking super fierce. And then whoever is the third person, let's Midnight Suns them up on our way into the battle.
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details.
Rune of Force. So this is a new combat item that we got courtesy of Aurora. Add villains, choose enemies, and mission level. Oh, so that's why it's we couldn't choose anything but Hydra, I think, because we don't have enhanced threat room 2.
Hey, Hunter. Is that a challenge? This is some of my best work.
Let's redraw detonate. Quick toss. Well, apparently I do have one of them, but this one is modded, so I'm gonna grab that. You know what? It's a modded patience, so let's take modded patience. It's purple, so we can always burn it if we don't like it. Ability crafting, no, no, no. We're gonna get a challenge as soon as we talk to Scarlet Witch.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Hunter, the world won't end if you take a break. Let us handle a mission while you get some rest. Send Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, and Nico Minoru on a mission together. I mean, I'll accept because I could go for the legendary Gamma Coil, but I'm not sure that we're gonna do that necessarily. Oh.
Bunazua. Do you have any siblings?
No. Why do you ask?
I can't imagine growing up as an only child. I've always had Pietro around.
That is your brother?
My twin, yeah.
Okay, we're not telling a joke about her. Yeah, we're not telling a joke about her twin.
Must be difficult to be separated from him.
It is. For as much as I love Nico and magic, no one knows me better than my brother. That's the nice thing about being a twin. You have a built-in best friend from the moment you're born.
You two never argued?
Of course we did. He's super fast, though, so he'd just speed away whenever he knew he was wrong. That made it hard to gloat.
Why is he not here?
Who knows? I haven't heard from him in a while, but I know he's okay. Twin telepathy and all that.
You can read his mind?
No, but I can kind of sense him. It's hard to explain, but just trust me. Pietro's fine.
I hope you hear from him soon.
Me too. For someone who's so fast, he sure is slow to respond.
Jellybun is saying, if you ever come across Super Lemon by Nobel, buy the bag. You usually only see it at Asian groceries. The sour doesn't last, but the initial sour will melt your face. I think that sounds delicious. So yeah, let's look at our super chat message for Wanda. Nope. I'm gonna go here. So Spider-Man says, the Abbey is such a powerhouse now. We've gotten X-Men, X-Man, X-Woman, Avengers, Sons, demon pets that I want to pet if I wasn't worried I'd lose my hand. Magic says X-Woman, I'm a son. Logan doesn't do labels. Blade says team versus team weightlifting competition. Everything goes. Losers clean the bathroom for a week. Blade, you do know that Captain Marvel is here too, right? Steve Rogers says we're on the same team, 2 weeks, and Aurora says it is on. And much like Data, she does not use contractions. It is on. It always seemed weird to me that of all the things that Data couldn't figure out, it was the word can't. You have done so much for the Midnight Suns, it comes as no surprise. You are quite capable. I can't believe I'm saying this, but would you please meet me in the library?
Wanda? Am I seeing things, or is that you in the library with your nose buried in a grave?
No, it's me, all right. Wanda, in the library, with a book of spells in her hand.
I just like the fact that apparently Hunter came in, sat down in the chair, got herself nice and comfortable. Wanda?
Uh-oh. Someone is going to get hexed.
If you mean Lilith, Hydra, and every Lilin lackey on the planet, then yeah. They're screwed. Because the Scarlet Witch is back in full form.
So I take it you no longer fear your powers or your ability to control them.
The curse of self-doubt has definitely been lifted. I feel like I can trust myself again, and you played a major role in getting me there.
You may not fear yourself anymore, but now Lilith has something to really fear. And that something is you.
She messed with the wrong witch, didn't she?
She has a habit of doing that.
Well, now she has to deal with both of us, so we better get to work. Because we have a world to save. And for the first time in a long time, I truly and honestly feel like I can help save it, without accidentally destroying it in the process. It's empowering.
I am glad you are better, Wanda.
And it's all thanks to you.
All right, level 5. So I keep thinking this in my head, and I'm relatively sure that I have not yet said it aloud. I once heard a thing, I think I was like reading an article or something, that Stan Lee personally, Storm was one of his, if not his least favorite, like standard issue X-Men. Like lots of people have cycled through the X-Men, but Storm in particular, he didn't like the character because the ability to control the weather was something that he was just never able to put together how that would be a genetic ability that a human being could have. You know, eye beams and I don't know, the ability to like throw ice from your hands or telepathy, those were all things that I guess he was fine with. But the idea of like conjuring a big storm or something, like, I mean, obviously, but like a big whirlwind or a lightning strike. And like, I think that his opinion sort of softened over time as people were like, well, if you could like generate certain electrically charged particles, but I feel like it was like the wind and stuff, like no one ability would account for all of the things that Storm can do. And I think that he just felt like it's weird to say that it wasn't realistic, but I guess it always bothered him, at least a bit. I'm of the, like, I'm with Jab on the, it's probably just best to just not think too much about it. It's fine. So, well, I feel bad for Morbius over here, but we're already at level 2 with Storm, so she'd probably be the next person that we try to work up.
Don't worry. You won't hurt me. You're definitely getting stronger.
Jellybuns is saying, correctly saying that Data couldn't say any contractions.
Ready for more?
This goes squarely into the things, like the list of things that doesn't actually bother me at all. But I do wonder internally.
Ready
like,
to work?
Do you think that Brent Spiner ever went to them and like, come on.
See you around.
Come on. Like, I feel like it would have just played better, at least for me personally, if there was like a conversation in season 1 where somebody asked Data, hey, I noticed that you speak very formally, like you never use contractions, like what's up with that? And he says like, well, I could say don't or can't, but my creator just didn't think that it really was given. He felt like it would lead to misunderstandings, and he preferred like a more
day keeps the
precise way of speaking, so I just sort of got used to it.
Case, literally, I can't stand apples.
Yes, hold on. I like this one. Plus 15 critical chance. So, Wolverine is always a really good choice for this. Yeah, let's give Wolverine some more critical chance.
The science is a bit hard to follow. Best if I don't explain it.
No, we want more power. Chance to resist negative status effects. There's nobody that doesn't do well for this. I feel like giving everybody some is a good policy. Yeah, let's go give this some magic, for example.
We could all be taking better care of ourselves.
Critical damage, yeah. For negative 10 fortitude, why not? Who has 0 fortitude? There we go. We'd give it to Nico. Or to Morbius. He's way up there.
No rush. I'm functionally immortal. Not that I want to test that.
Let's do Iron Man. I like the fact that he's getting up there in critical damage.
What I was thinking.
Negative 10 willpower. I'm sure we can find somebody who will take this. This is a cool upgrade mechanic, by the way. Yeah, let's do Nico.
This is better than a workout.
Jellybun says, I think Brent Spiner absolutely grew to hate playing Data, so maybe. Yeah, the negative 50 critical damage is just not something that I want to do to anybody.
Farewell, Hunter.
Wait, there was a negative 20 willpower in there, though.
Is in.
There's people here with 0 willpower. Yeah, let's do Deadpool.
Don't let this power go.
I can imagine that playing Data was extremely constraining, especially for somebody who's like a big jokester like Brent Spiner. Like, he's got a very vibrant personality, and he was never able to do anything. He just had to play this extremely flat character for years and years and years. I can imagine that was wearing.
Time's wasting, Hunter.
What are you telling me that I can do?
Plenty of tricks for old
Oh, an
dogs.
upgraded quick
No
toss, you
excuses
say?
here.
Recover 52 health, knock back in any direction. And quick. Sure, why not? I don't know that it's going to make it into her deck. Okay, now let's go do her challenge room. And I have a bad feeling that her challenge room might be tough because Scarlet Witch is, like, weird. Let's quick save, and then we're going to go do this. I'm gonna say right now, looking at the clock, it is not particularly likely. No, it's incredibly unlikely that we're going to be able to do the next story mission today, because there's other stuff that I want to do. Jab is saying I'm rewatching Deep Space Nine right now, and Jellybuns is saying, sorry. Yeah, I'm with Jab. I think that Deep Space Nine is a great series. I know that Mia is with you, Jellybun. She did not care for it very much, I think, on the whole. But I thought Deep Space Nine was great. Deep Space Nine, and I've said this before, has probably my single favorite episode of Trek ever. Defeat the Whispers of Memory to acquire... Well, then again, Measure of a Man is extremely good. Okay, let's not get caught up on that. Redrawn Mover disabled. Infinite card plays. Got it. The trouble with Measure of a Man is that the premise starts off, I think, very stupid. But the rest of the episode is so good that once you get past that part of it, it's like, oh, it's actually really good. So let's think for a second. Quick toss. We pick this guy up and we toss him in closer to us. Then we could use Hex Field to damage everybody. I mean, I'm going to do this because it feels right. We're going to bring this guy in. Mia is agreeing. DS9 didn't work for me the way that it did for others. Yeah, in the Pale Moonlight is it top shelf Star Trek for me, personally. Measure of a Man is a Next Generation episode. It is incredibly good. Right, let's focus on Hexfield first. It's a really powerful episode. Like, it's... Measure of a Man is an actual, like, old-school sci-fi debate over what is the nature of humanity, what qualifies you to be worthy of human rights. And I think that the way that it plays out is extremely satisfying. It's just to get there, I always thought that that was very dumb. Okay, so if we cook this guy, we get another Hex Bolt. Now we have a Hex Bolt that hits twice. If we hit this guy twice, we get another Hex Bolt. Now I have a problem. There's no more cards to get. How would you ever do this? So there's clearly something wrong with the beginning of it. Yeah, I'm way off. Let's use Hexbolt. We can kill that guy. We can hit this guy twice. But unless there's some miracle that I don't see happening here, we have one. Oh. Oh, wow, I'm glad I didn't quit. Yes, no more. Consume all health to damage each enemy near Scarlet Witch, 1 for each health. Wow, I almost quit because I thought I did it wrong. Here we go. Oh, that's an awesome cover. I think I might move her down slightly. Yeah, look, because she's got all this energy. Yes, right? Right there. Yeah. Because I like how the energy, like, intersects... Well, now it moved. But it, like, intersects with the thing. That her title. Yes. Confirm and exit. Just like that. That's a really nice one. And we got her legendary combat suit. Wait, what is it? I only have one issue with that episode. Are we allowed to talk about major plot points? I'm going to say yes. Like, we're going to talk about some old Star Trek, like Star Trek made in the 1990s Star Trek, so I feel like that's gotta be okay. Jab is saying anything over 20 years old is fair game in my mind, but it's not my chat. I rant about Xena all the time in my chat because it's old. Also, it's my favorite thing in the universe. The only thing I know about Xena, well, I know a couple things about Xena. I know that in the real world, the actor that played Xena's friend Gabrielle, and I don't remember the actor's name, she's like climbed Mount Everest and stuff. Like, she's actually like super athletic, or at least was at the time. I don't know what she's gone on to do or what the rest of her life has been, but I remember reading that, and I know that Lucy Lawless has, at least on occasion, been motivated by the spirits, the universe, or whatever, to just mercilessly dunk on Kevin Sorbo, and it's never not fun when she does that. So, let's throw down a real save. Let's go here. Yeah, I don't like overwriting the same save over and over and over, because then that's how you get something cryptic. Yeah, so no more. We definitely want to put that into her thing. Yeah. Chaos Reigns has its time and place, but we want her legendary. Go here and here. And then we might upgrade Chaos Reigns now that we can. Upgrade.
Let's do this.
Here. But yeah, I've only seen very little of Xena. I don't have that much of an opinion on it as a show. 50% chance for each enemy to attack twice. Yeah, that's a really good upgrade.
The Chaos Magic's power grows.
Oh. Patikan's turning in. Patikan, have a great night. Thank you so much for coming by, and I'm so glad that you had a good time with...
We've got plenty of tricks for...
With the medium. Okay. Well, hold on.
See you around.
Let me apply ability mods. We might have something cool that we can do with Chaos Field Plus. Redraw to gain language. Redraw to gain block would be very helpful, I think. Hold on a second. Is this the right thing?
A welcome enhancement.
That's not quite the right thing. I wanted... Oh, maybe we already modified it, though. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Peace.
I think that's everything around the Abbey. We can go get the chest, but we can do that tonight. Let's go do the mission that we've got next. Go down a quick save here. Jellybun saying Kevin Sorbo is a tragedy. He's nothing like Hercules or like any of his other characters. I don't feel like. I don't think that any fictional character is typically written to be that thick-headed, and that's me trying to be polite about it. So okay, sorry. Let me just we want Nico, Tony Stark, and Steve. So let's find one that one of them is already going on. Like this one's for Steve. It's easy though. Let's take a look to see what else we've got. This one has Nico, which is normal. Yeah, let's do this one. Wait, I didn't look to see what the bonuses were. Decreased difficulty, no thank you. Although, I mean, there's no real reason not to, but play 4 enemies with roulette or random targets. Sure, I'll do that. and then do not take damage for the first 3 turns. You know what? I'll gamble that. Let's see if we can make that happen. And if we're going to do that, then I am going to decrease the difficulty. We're not playing Bloodborne. Continue. Okay, so now we want Steve and Tony. Okay, let's try not to take any damage. More Than Amiya is saying, I love that episode myself, but I feel like they overlook one point, which that humans have an off switch. It's flipped with a gun, or a heart attack, or a giant chunk of falling debris. I suspect that the difference there is that Data could also be killed. Like, I don't know what would happen exactly if you put like a shotgun up to Data's head and pulled the trigger, but I don't think that he'd come out of it on the other side doing very well. He might be more resilient, but he also has a death state. And the thing about the off switch is that Data can be turned back on. Jelly Bun's saying flipped via gun is funnier to me than it should have been. Shotgun shells would probably just blow his skin off. That's a good point. Yeah, he is very metal underneath his human bits. Okay, attack defending enemies, break protection. I feel like we know this one.
If Hydra's mystics succeed in opening that rift, they'll call even more of Lilith's children to their side.
I do think there's an argument to be made for the off switch being like, you can put a human being into a medically induced coma, for example. You can, you know, and then potentially wake them back up. Okay, I don't know why I got 8 of everything, but hey, you know what we've never actually been able to use in combat? Hellfire Beam. So the problem is that we don't actually want to activate the Mystics yet. There's a lot of cool ways to use Hellfire Beam, but I don't feel like we're there yet. Redraw to add 67 damage. Yes. Wow, gain too fast. Taunt, quick, and draw a card. Let's open with this.
Let's settle this.
Apply too fast to an ally. Roulette, draw one of their cards. Well, the trouble is that's actually wasting heroism right now. So I think that before we did that, we'd want to do hero combo. And who has the most hit points in the world? This guy does. If we hit him, he splits. So who has the second most hit points in the world? That would really mess this guy up for sure. Do we have like a... Yeah, I'm gonna say let's hit this guy.
There's no way they can stop us.
Okay, we can drop this on him. He splits. Then depending on where he goes, I don't have a lot of options to hit both of him. I don't know how you're supposed to do this in like a turn without taking damage for the first 3 turns. Oh, well, we could do this. This would knock down a lot of damage. Sure, let's do this next.
Here we go. That's the stuff.
All right, let's redraw Quick Blast and then move Tony over here. Hold on, no, move. And then go like this.
gonna leave a mark.
Air superiority is awesome, except we don't want to disrupt the ritual yet. Consume all blocks to damage each enemy in a line. Yeah, not yet. Let's start charging up Hellfire Beam. We're going to redraw to add 67 damage, then we're going to redraw to add 69 damage, and then we're going to redraw... Oh no, we can't redraw anymore. If we use this, we gain 2 more redraws, and he gains 2 fast. Let's use... That does not taunt. Yeah, let's use Leave It to Me.
They won't know what hit him.
Okay, we're out of card plays, but I did just get 2 more redraws. So let's redraw Hellfire Beam twice more. Plus 67 damage, plus 69 damage. We're going to make sure that when we Hellfire Beam, they're really going to feel it. The only other thing that we could do... No, we've used a move. We could use a discard. I'm not going to use a discard. Don't discard. They gain overpowered and vulnerable. Wow, let's you guys, let's try to do Hellfire Beam with overpowered attached to it. And I don't need any more heroism, actually.
Mystics are digging deeper, reaching for something to call for.
Submit.
Still online.
Renee O'Connor. Yeah, that was the name of Xena's friend. Jellybun's saying we're talking sci-fi metal, though. It can get god tier. Douglas saying that's a big enough rock. It doesn't matter how much metal he has. Yeah, I mean, he could be made out of, like, adamantium, for example. I do feel like there's upwards limits. So I like Hellfire Beam right down this line because it should... Wait, what are we up to? 408 damage. Yeah, we're not yet enough to incinerate the people. Okay. Heads Up gives block to an ally, gives us +2 redraws, and whoever we do it to gains a counter. We do have a lot of Captain America shots coming in, so let's give some more block to the King of Block. Wait, I've got maximum heroism, so we should really use some heroism first. Let's do hero combo to somebody who has slightly fewer than 392 points of damage. Not points of health. Yeah, let's get this guy, because he's sort of out there all by himself. Hold on. Steve. I really want you to be the one to initiate this. No, it's got to be Iron Man. That's fine.
You and me, partner. What are friends for?
Okay. I definitely feel like I want to keep supercharging Hellfire Beam. Air superiority works the same way, by the way. There's no upwards limit to how well it goes. So now I can use Heads Up. Yeah, everybody's attacking Steve, so let's make sure that they don't get through. And the +1 counter is going to be a good time. Or is it... Actually, Iron Man gets the +1 counter. That's fine. And now... That's not enough to kill him. And these guys have 720 points of damage. draw one of their cards. I'd love to know what he's going to do. But what he's not going to do is attack, because if he was going to do that, then we'd know that. So, yeah, let's... That's a waste of heroism, though, because we're nearly at max. So what if we did this? Consume all block to damage every enemy in a line. I don't hate this.
That's one mystic out.
Yeah, maybe we can make it 2. Yeah! Okay, so we disrupted the summoning circle, but then we didn't have to fight her, so that worked out really well. The only 2 attacking enemies... No, there's an anti-Nico attack coming in. No one's wounded. We could use this to throw at the dog. Yeah. Hold on. Nico, you're closest.
This should be good.
But wait, there's more. Oh, hello to Agraxis, who loves it when they fall in. Yeah, Agraxis, I think you were here for the finale, but we've come back for the Storm DLC, and it is a great excuse to revisit an awesome game. Let's go ahead and do this because it is free and nobody's currently like getting charged up to do something wicked when it comes to our number of card plays. Nice. That would have been a taunt, which would have been helpful because then we could have not have a Nico fight. But that's... Oh, wait. We've got Hellfire redraws. 1, 2, 3.
Will not fail.
This isn't a healthy way of expressing yourself.
Agraxis is planning to jump back in after the, or to play the DLC after a little break.
Coming at me?
Okay, I think it's time for Hellfire Beam. Let's... Yeah. Let's do... Blood Magic on... Tony.
You need this more than I do.
Feel free to do that anytime.
Knockback and draw forceful. I think that what we'd want to do now is have Nico use this. Nope. Use this to hit this guy. To take away a lot of his shield, right? Yes.
I'll give it a whirl.
And now we're going to redraw Hellfire Beam twice more. Yeah, it looks about right. And now Tony, I just want to make sure that I'm doing this right. We're going to get Tony right about here. No! Move. Walk. Walk with your jet feet. Right about there.
Shouldn't have pissed me off.
So when do the rest
Oh,
of us
it's
get
fun. The dude that we like is just now dust on Jupiter. He still had a shield up, so she did not take any damage, but nonetheless. Okay. From there... Yeah, we don't want to do that. Knockback and taunt. I think... Here's what I think. I think we have Steve, blow this up.
Target confirmed.
Yeah, as Agraxis says,
Knocked another
roasted.
mystic out of the ritual. Almost there.
Now we're going to... I don't really want to knock her back. Taunt an enemy with protecting. Oh, we've already done that. Oh, so then let's I don't think we're gonna need to do air superiority. Let's oh, you know what? Then let's discard air superiority. I don't know why I'm tripping over that word. And now let's move over here. And we're gonna redraw Blast as forceful and see if we can pitch her ass into the thing. It's only a 51% chance, so
Let's do it. Pain will shake our loyalty.
that was a good shot. And that... Let's also redraw Enrage, because there's nobody with protection anymore. There's no point. Yeah, that's it.
They're calling something forth. You need to stop them.
We will never forsake her.
I just envision like the VFX artists who were doing like Annihilation and Hellfire Beam and some of the other ones be like, no, more, bigger, more impact. You're not there yet. Yeah, man, knock back. Oh, we're not really. Well, we can still knock back here.
We cannot be turned back.
Fair enough.
Okay, Tony. Knock her in.
I gotta say, the whole Hail Hydra thing is pretty stale.
It's like you can see the moment that they give up. Yeah, Nico's got the best heal in the game, man. She's the best healer. Well, that's only for allies, though. Damage a random enemy. Yeah, this is really good because we've got a 2 out of 3 chance of getting multiple casts on it.
Here we go.
Perfect.
Love the effort.
So we can immediately do 230 points guaranteed. Apply 2 fast. This is our last card play. Oh, this guy was damaged. So we can do forceful knockback. We're not in a good position for it though, because we can't like yeah, there's nothing to knock her into and there's no allies over there. So we might hold on to that. That's Shield Bash is kind of anemic. Yeah, this is actually our biggest hit right now. Although I think we have another bonus to like yeah, we want to do some more roulette ability. So let's do this. We're going to do some Tony stuff.
Let me help.
I don't know what it is, but I like it.
Redraw to add nearby enemies gain 2 mark. Yeah, that would have been great before. That's enough. We've got it.
Compromised.
No issues to report so far.
Play Nico abilities with roulette or random targets. Yeah, so I mean we should really do Witchfire because that'll complete our challenge. Oh wait. Let's do mark target.
Here we go.
So we're all going after that one then?
Hey, Hey, the jerk store called. They're running low on you guys.
We will not be discouraged.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
I've got one more card play, so we don't want to do that. 145 points of damage. Oh, look at this. We just happen to have it.
That's a strong move. I think you got him.
We've done it.
It's amazing how fun they made all the characters. Like, I've played over 100, I've streamed over 100 hours of this game, and I still feel like I did not spend as much time with, like, Iron Man and Nico and Captain America as I would have wanted to. Like, in the missions. And the fact that, what is this, episode 36? And I finally sort of understand how Deadpool's meant to be used, because the last episode finally tutorialized how Enfuego works. And by the way, I should note, that information was almost certainly in his, like, character bio, and I just wasn't paying attention to it. So this is going to be the best time to stop. Let's think for 1 second. Yeah, we know that Storm is coming with us on the final episode, or the final mission. We don't know who else might come, but I want to make sure that they do get into their Midnight Suns attire. Let's assume that it might be Blade, because after all, it is vampire stuff. So let's get him kitted out. We've got just a few moments here. I'm going to go down here. Right, and, like, I have no notes. He looked so good. Just with his regular Midnight Suns outfit. That's not bad. What's the difference here? So that one's black and gold. This one is less black and gold. Okay, it's like a different shade of black and gold. But yeah, no, I like his just straight up Midnight Suns attire. So just in case we bring him, we're gonna slide Captain America into his. Stephen Strange, we haven't seen Stephen at all since we've, like, come back, but we're gonna put him into his outfit. And oh yeah, we didn't even, like, we saw Scarlet Witch, I think, at the end of the actual story, but let's put hers. She earned it. Oh, it's interesting that her cape moves. Hold on, this is her default, where it's, like, up on her shoulders, but here it's much more of, like, tails. Or Jellybun, somebody said what this is called. It's like a raccoon tail or something. It's like a really weird, I don't know why it would be called that, but somebody said there's an actual name for that. Okay. And I do appreciate that Ghost Rider is, like, almost borderline in his thing. But yeah, he gets a gold skull instead of, like, a regular steel-colored skull. Okay, but we'll clean up the rest of that tomorrow, or whenever it is. It probably actually won't be tomorrow, but let's do next episode. We're gonna save it, and we're gonna put in, like, a day one. Yeah, save it over this. And yeah, I would at this point expect the next episode to be the final episode of Midnight Suns for a good long time. It's not that I don't enjoy this game, it's that the issue with a New Game Plus is that there's so many other games that I haven't played yet. I want to revisit this game someday. I want to do New Game Plus. I'd like to see the other Hunter. I'd like to see the light side abilities. I'd like to spend more time with these characters, specifically tactically, to, like, get their top tier abilities and to figure out new synergies that we haven't seen yet. But yeah. Anyway, so I do hope that you guys will join us for next episode of Midnight Suns, which I do expect will be the big series finale. Unless there's some other new announcement, which I just don't think that we can expect, unfortunately. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm extremely relieved that this stream went smoothly. I was hoping that it would, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on things, and do bear in mind that if there were to be some sort of significant disruption in the ability to stream, we'll try to get something posted in Mia's Discord, and we do have brand new, never before seen episodes that would go live to hopefully bridge the gap until we can go live again, because when you guys sub, when you guys gift sub, it means a lot, and it's very important to us and to me personally that we have new content going up to cover any gaps. So that's just a note for the future. It was exactly the type of like, oh God, no, of like, what if there's something seriously wrong? And then everything went fine. So we'll see. You guys, we will see you over in Mia's Discord in just about 3 minutes. And until next time, I hope you have a great night.